hospital. Man. Fuck that. I'm going to go pick up 10,000 from Dez, go take about like 20 G's from Zima. Tell the motherfucker, get this nigga next door out of here, nigga. Be snoring all night. I can't sleep. All that good suck nuts with the long hair come suck my dick. Yeah, boy, come on. I need about 3 weeks of recovery. But the nurses is loving me, saying the best part of the day is my half. Feeding me breakfast and get the most lunch half. Nigga say I got head in the streets. Nigga, I'm getting high, getting head on the beach. Ooh. Sitting on about $500,000. With all my niggas, all my guns, all my women. Next 2 years, I see about $1 billion. All forming up a drug dealer. Got no enough for the other side, fuck them shit. Any repercussions from your mouth, you spit clip all the time.
What's up? It's Jomboy and Jake Radio coming to you live from Tampa Bay, Florida. We're sitting in the kitchen of our Airbnb. My face couldn't look any redder on the computer screen or in person. It's a super red face. Jake's got his cut off teeth, listening to Notorious to Keep and to Continue Yankee walk-up song. Can you guess whose walk-up song that is, Jake?
Reggie Jackson. Next.
Reggie Jackson actually had that written for him.
I think you're lying, and I don't want you to lie to the people this early.
It's one of those situations where Reggie wrote those.
Notorious B.I.G. wrote the song for Reggie Jackson.
No. Reggie wrote the lyrics on his own, never did anything with them. When the song came out, Reggie was like, he stole my song. Wait, I never shared it. It was just collective unconscious. It's Dee Dee's song.
Makes sense. Gregorious.
Gregorious.
It's one of those jokes.
How come all of Yankee Stadium doesn't sing along and just say the Gregorious every time it happens?
It's like I know what you're saying. In theory, you think that'd be cool, but the Gregorious from a crowd angle doesn't come off well. No. It's not clean. Not clean.
Well, it could be clean.
No.
Well, we are recording at night again because we're going to wake up and do stuff. So it's a nighttime record session.
Day and night.
Day and night. Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Should we tell them a little bit about our day, about our trip?
We can.
Last we tuned in, it was late night, and I was going to the airport in 3 hours. I had a whirlwind morning.
And what happened next?
I overslept.
Yep.
I missed. That's going to be a terrible noise. It's at the fridge. I almost missed my flight. I thought I was going to miss my flight on 3 different occasions. Woke up at 4. I was supposed to wake up at 3. Flight took off at 6, so I had to check my bag by 5:15. Takes an hour 10 to get to the airport. We left at 4. Had to stop and get gas. So close to missing the flight. At one point, I was like, because there's no gas station, we would have to really detour. We were on empty for 20 miles.
Right.
And I was like, do we stay the course? And do I just say, fuck it, there's no way I make this flight. Let's just go get gas so we don't run out of gas on this parkway.
Right.
And I said, no. I said, let's just risk it. You always can do more driving than you think.
Yeah.
So risked it, got there, ran into the airport, said to the guy, I need to get this checked in the next 5 minutes, otherwise I can't. Because he was, and he looked at it, he goes, oh shit.
Yeah, you're right. Accurate.
So he went up to the touchscreen. What's your name? He's like, James. O'Brien. Did it all. Got me fast. Okay.
Oh, they did it for you. Oh, so I thought he was behind the desk.
No,
you were in front. Okay, so that's really nice of him.
Really, because he saw like the panic, like the urgency.
Right.
He panicked with me. It was JetBlue was awesome all around. Because then he was like, security's going to be tough. I don't know if you're going to make it. And he was right. Security was a motherfucker. But what happened was, there's no way I would have made the flight if I just had to go through security on my own at Newark Airport. So a JetBlue representative came down and was like, who's on Tampa? Who's on Tampa? She's like, I got 41 people checked in, but not on the plane yet. 41.
No.
It's a huge number. So they're like, we can't just leave 41 people. So we all got escorted up to the front of the security line, which was awesome.
Right.
And there's this one guy working the airport who's like, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this. And his higher up just told the JetBlue, like, don't listen to him. He's a douche.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That guy was being a wedgie. Yeah.
Yeah. So Anyway, this lady goes, hey, I have a 6 o'clock flight too that I'm about to miss. And now you're taking all these Tampa people and you're putting them in front of me.
Right.
What the hell? And she said, who are you flying? And the lady said, I'm flying Southwest. And the JetBlue representative said, I can't do anything. I can only help my people. Would be nice if Southwest came and helped you out, though.
Boom.
Boom. So eat shit,
Boom.
Southwest.
JetBlue across the bow.
That's the first time I've flown. I was like, you know what? This airline took care of me very nicely today.
JetBlue's got a pretty good rep.
Then as we landed, the guy next to me threw up in his bark bag.
But it was clean, you said.
Oh, yeah. It was very
professional.
Didn't make a noise, but I could kind of feel the weight of the bag getting heavier to my right. I was trying not to look, but I could just sense
You can sense that. Yeah. That's something humans can sense.
And then I hate being the person that stands up as soon as the plane lands.
Oh.
You know, everyone just stands up as soon as the plane hogs it. Everyone it's annoying.
Worried about where you're going.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like you're in the 20th row. Just wait.
So you stood up?
Well, because this guy needed to stand up and
How do you know?
Because he was fidgeting around. He just threw up. He was holding the bag of barf.
Don't blame him for your errors.
No. I needed to give him more space. He needed an empty seat next to him, a buffer. Because he just barfed in the bag. Also, I wanted to get away from him a little bit because he barfed in the bag.
That's the real story here.
Yeah, it was good. It's good. Then we got our car. My ID is expired. That was a big fuck up. Went to the Tampa Bay Steinbrenner Field. Got roasted by the sun because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Don't know what you're thinking there.
I know. I mean, I just forgot to put sunscreen on.
I put on sunscreen and I never put on sunscreen.
I watched you put it on and I said, oh shit, yeah, I need to do that. And then whatever happened next in my brain erased it.
You were watching the other creepy guy with you in the parking lot change.
Yeah. Back in the parking lot changing times. It was good times.
Pretty nice.
Do you think he had fun?
He had a great day. He doesn't have a lot of bad days.
Yeah. If you're interested in spring training stuff, we'll do that on Talking Yanks because we've got a lot to say. And we got a couple more days to figure out what it's like. But it's been fun.
I got a lot to say.
What else did we do? We went grocery shopping.
Yep.
You recorded Talking Huskies while I took a nap. Then I woke up with the worst headache ever.
Yes.
Near death headache.
Yeah.
Level. Now I'm good. Now
straight to CVS.
Yeah, I needed some medicine.
Venison.
You like venison?
No. Yeah.
Like veal?
I haven't had veal in a long time. Veal's on my no-fly list.
Why?
That's just the one box I think I want to check when people see or when they're checking if I'm a good dude or not. I want the veal box clear.
So you're calling my grandma a bad dude? She loves veal.
No, I didn't call your grandma dude ever. I think that's everyone's own prerogative. But when people come by and they check out the Jake Storielli story, I think I can get by without the veal. There's a lot of other foods and meats I get into that I can dodge the baby cows.
Oh, so veal is known as it's rude to eat veal?
Yeah, they places. It's baby cows.
So literally. My grandma's a bad person. Is what you're saying?
That's your judgment.
No, I never knew this was a thing.
That's your judgment.
I didn't know veal was taboo.
And there's a lot of places that they'll keep baby cows trapped so they can't walk around, so they get fatter.
Nice.
And it's a better cut of veal.
Oh, meat. So
yeah, I mean, I don't judge anyone for ordering veal. If someone did that, I wouldn't be scoff or anything under my breath. I'd be nice, good for you.
Who's worse, the person that eats veal?
I've already got enough bad boxes going for me. I don't need to bring the veal thing into play.
Marry, fuck, kill. Someone who eats veal, someone who murders the veal,
right?
Someone who fucks a veal, a baby cow.
Sex with the veal.
Yeah.
Well, that's easy. You kill the person that kills.
Okay.
You fuck the person that fucks.
Okay.
And then what was the other option?
You're marrying my grandma.
Yeah.
So now you have her as the nicest lady in the world.
Yeah.
This is good.
You're welcome.
This is good stuff.
Welcome. She's pregnant. Where do we link up in that story? We met up. We went to spring training. Before that, I came from St. Pete's Beach with my mother. I woke up, not a great night's sleep.
Rank it out of 10.
I mean, like the old, I'd say it was like 5 hours of sleep or so, and in the Howard Johnson Motel on St. Pete's Beach. So I mean, that's a tough play. But it was fine. Good to spend some time with my mother. Woke up, hit the road towards Tampa International Airport, where we snagged you. We got the rental car. You mentioned your ID fiasco because you're a human fool.
Guy was like, "Your license is expired." I said, "Shit, when did it expire?" He said, "Yesterday." Said, well, it's still good, dude. And it's a trap.
You're 30. You can't do that stuff anymore.
I can't. I got to start wearing Sunday lotion too.
Yeah.
30. I mean,
you're doing a terrible job being 30.
Yeah, rebelling.
Expired license.
I'm rebelling.
Set your skin on fire. You're not rebelling. You're failing.
No, I'm rebelling. Like, take that, 30.
That was a power line. That was like a Gordon Ramsay line.
I'm not rebelling.
You're not rebelling. You're failing. Is he British? Was that a British accent? I don't know. I don't watch any of those shows.
Cooking shows?
Cooking shows.
I don't understand
that people would watch and you just kind of cringe. You're like, why?
I don't understand I don't understand. This sounds condescending.
There we go.
Singing competitions.
Okay, I do.
I understand.
Right.
Because I can hear the singing.
Yeah.
And I like that singing.
Hell yes.
Cooking?
That was my impression of the old guy from
You can't eat the food that they cook on those cooking shows.
Interesting.
So I don't know if that's good or not. I don't want to I don't just look at food to get joy.
How badass would that be?
If you could eat it to the screen?
If you had you put the ingredients somewhere in the TV and you watch the show and then it's made at the end.
Go in the TV.
Holy shit.
That's why I never
Is the future going to have stuff like that?
I never understood watching cooking shows because singing, I can hear it. I am enjoying the singing. I don't enjoy looking at food. I enjoy eating the food. And I can't eat the food that they're making. So I don't give a fuck.
I'm in heaven right now.
Thinking about being able to.
I'm in the back of my living room / RV that drives itself.
Okay.
I'm doing a Madden tournament with my buddies. I'm 350 years old, and on the TV on the side, it's
someone sending you food.
Yeah, it's just sending food, or it's like, oh, you want a lasagna? Just insert the pasta, sauce, cheese, and meat here, and then in an hour there will be a lasagna. Okay. It's a robot chef. Do robot chefs exist? What are we doing?
I think robot chefs, like McDonald's, is basically robot chefs.
There's some humans in there. I guess the robots are getting involved in this.
The robots are getting heavily involved in all the processed food. You ever seen how McDonald's makes their chicken nuggets? That pink stuff.
Right.
It officially just that pink stuff. It was a news story yesterday. I didn't put it on our thing, but it officially is meat now. It's not. They're like, you can't call it pink slime. It is graded as meat.
Nice.
So we're winning for McDonald's.
We did it. But I'm saying, give me something that's the size of a toaster. I put some meat and some seasoning in there. I click meatball. And then
I understand what you're saying. That's way different than what I thought you were saying.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about all the process and stuff. I'm saying I have to do the job of getting the right ingredients I want and putting it in the machine.
They do the processing and the cooking and stuff.
Just all of it, yeah. Okay. Nobody take that.
Nobody take that. What about my smell keyboard?
Useless. It's completely useless.
You're talking with someone over the keyboard, and then you just send them green grass, and then they get there's an those.
It's not bad. That'll. No,
those fans that you can spray mist. It's a mist of the scent comes at you.
That
you can send smells to
that product line will be in my living room RV that is self-driving when I'm traveling the country.
350 years old.
But it'll be something that never gets used. It would be we're in an Airbnb right now, and we saw a blender, but you and I would never put in the work to actually use that blender on this trip.
Yeah, you can do multiple smells. Guess this one. Type it to your friend across the country. Was that dandelions and tar?
Nobody wants to be surprised with dandelions and tar.
Yeah, well, they got caught.
No. I'm throwing it out.
Was that burnt flesh?
got
How'd you
thrown
get the
out.
burnt flesh keyboard?
Okay. Yeah, that's a negative idea.
The Mets spring training facility was built on a hunting preserve. The Mets spring training facility was built on a hunting preserve. We got a bunch of Mets and animal stories here. Their first year there, manager Davey Johnson had his pitchers run on a trail in the woods. Sid Fernandez was chased out of the woods by a warthog. Sing the Lion King warthog.
Once I was a young warthog.
Sid was screaming, "There's a monster in there!" Only in spring training. We have a very similar story to our baseball, freshman year baseball. Very similar story.
Sure.
Noah Syndergaard, Seth Lugo, Jacob Brame, and Taylor Batchelor. I don't know if I pronounced those names. They went fishing for Goliath groupers in Florida. This was a headline. Great. A lot of the Mets and animals. The Devils can't finish the season sweep versus the Penguins, and they lose.
Mm-hmm.
The season sweep, that would have been victory. Sweet victory.
Those damn Penguins, most hated team.
Rangers beat the Hurricane with a third-period garbage goal. The Brooklyn Dodgers legend and New Jersey native Don Newcomb has died at age 92. And ESPN's Michael Kay takes a big step towards dethroning WFAN's Mike Francesor. Wow.
What's a step?
It's actually not a big step, but they wrote a headline of it. Michael Kay's radio show beat Francesa's radio show in the month of January.
Okay.
It was like 5.8 rating to 5 rating.
Sure.
But if you take into streaming, it's 5.8 to 5.7.
Okay.
Kay beat Francesa. But a sports book is made up of 3 months. Right. So it's really like he won the first period.
Okay.
So Kay can easily come back and win.
It's close.
The game. But Kay, I don't know if Kay's won a period before. He tied last November, but still lost the book.
Right.
But, yeah, those are radio wars. Our good friend, Michael Kay.
I mean, has Francesor been on top ever since?
Ever?
Blank?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you'd have a year on that. That's okay.
I think, like, since Mike and the Mad Dogs, what's that, like 1983?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
80s.
Okay.
He's been number 1.
Kayster, our guy, our buddy.
Yeah.
A friend of ours.
Yeah.
Says hi to us.
If we saw Kay walking in a grocery aisle, he'd say hi to us.
If he was in our Airbnb right now, he'd be like, "Wow, what just happened? Oh, you guys are here. What's up?"
He's trying to sleep.
Really freaked out. He teleported.
Congrats on the January.
Congrats, Michael. Are we going to see him?
Is he here? He's got to be doing the first and second game. I don't know if he's going to come early.
All right.
Maybe.
Should reach out.
I don't know if I don't know if the other games are on TV or not.
Say, Kayster, you coming down in spring training? We're here for a week.
Congrats on the January ratings.
I
actually don't like Rosenthal and Don that much, though, from the Michael Kay show.
Yeah, that's okay. That's how it spins. Rosenthal must be popular in some circles, but I don't know what circles.
Didn't he get a start like rap, like hip hop culture?
Kind of.
Yeah.
But like, who of your friends are or who do you even know that's into that?
Ken?
Like, no, he's not into someone like Rosenberg, though.
Well, it's like I think Rosenberg started on morning shows, like Sway in the Morning, like that type of shit.
Right.
I'm not friends with people like that, but tons of people like that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I get when people were, I don't know. No, I'm not sending shots at Rosenberg. Good for him. I was mad. Well, mad and sad you stole the Don Newcomb news because you went Brooklyn Dodgers on me. And NJ native.
Yeah.
The Nuke. I was reading up on him.
Cool you were? Stuff. I wanted to read up on him because I know the name Don Newcomb.
Yeah.
But I don't know all the fun deets. What you read up? What you find out?
He's one of the first 4 initial Black All-Stars in the same All-Star game. Campanella, Jackie Robinson, and
finish it. Find it.
The guy from the Indians. Blanking on his name.
Lou.
No.
Tony.
Please stop guessing. Don't guess another name.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, it was pretty cool. He was one of the first African Americans in the league. And Jimmy, you say what you want to say about him because you've got things to say apparently.
I don't. I have nothing to say.
So you have nothing to say.
I know the name Don Newcombe. I know he was good at baseball, and that's all I know about him. I've never deep dove into his career or anything.
Okay.
Jake's on try 3 of getting his password correct for his laptop.
Yeah.
Long password.
Yeah, total mistake. But
is it when I was a young warthog?
Shut up. And it's not even a top story anymore. People disrespect baseball every day, and you're #1 candidate, Jim. See Machado sign?
We'll get there. We're trying to find out your Don Newcombe.
Larry Doby. Fuck.
Oh, wow.
Pissed me off.
Pissed you right off.
Does. It really does.
Yeah.
You can tell. Yeah, he had some good seasons, and then I think he came back at one point. It was like done that 7 ERA season there that you're covering up with your mouse currently. But yeah, I don't know. It was sad. The thing I really liked, and we've been doing some old MLB stuff today. We're at spring training, and we talked about Yogi Berra a lot. And I think, I don't know, like you've been, I won't say on cloud 9 about it, but you found out Yogi Berra has a Purple Heart recently.
Yep.
Not literally. Some kids might take that literally. I don't know.
I don't know what color your heart becomes once you pass away. So his could have a Purple Heart right now.
R.I.P. Yogesh. But yeah, Yogi has a Purple Heart from the war. He got shot. And like, you know, we obviously don't fully appreciate what that means nowadays. So I think it's funny, you know, there was a big time there. I want to say like in the 2000s, it got really, really popular to use like war language when talking about sports. Like we're going into war, we're going into battle today, you know, or
I don't think that was
this is my band of brothers, like blah, blah, blah. I think it gained popularity and peaked then. And then people were like, yo, don't compare sports to like actual war.
Yeah.
And
I mean, football's named after like Blitz, all the
right.
things.
And I think people kind of pumped the brakes on it during the 2000s, I'll say. Yeah. I think what's a better thing that people compare sports to is the family aspect. And I think it showed in, like today we got quotes from Sandy Koufax, who called him a mentor and a friend and all that stuff. And that's really cool. But Clayton Kershaw today, like Clayton Kershaw is a kid from Highland Park, Texas, who just got drafted by the Dodgers and then he came up. But Clayton Kershaw, who will go down as one of the better pitchers to ever play the game, was linked to Don Newcombe because he was a part of that franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that's really cool that like those guys are connected in family when, you know, if Clayton Kershaw got drafted by the Cincinnati Reds and had a career with them, like these guys would have no link. And like, that's just it. So
did you see the Don Newcombe quote on Kershaw?
Let's hear it. I thought you had nothing to say about it.
Well, I just found it. Don Newcombe called Clayton Kershaw a skittish bitch. It's one of those jokes for me.
Wow.
Just for me.
Wow. You can talk.
No, let's go into the national news. Let me find my soundboard.
Jimmy, I don't know if I should start with baseball or football, so I'm going to start with Kyler Murray. You punk. What's a bad word? Kyler Murray, no expectations, but go to Arizona would be nice. Hilarious. Hilarity ensues with Kyler Murray show. Jim, let's talk a little baseball. Free agent Manny Machado signs with your San Diego Fathers, 10 years, $300 trillion. Good for Manny. He got paid after all of that, Jim. And a little bit of hockey. We did baseball/football with that Kyler Murray, Jim. How about a little football/hockey? The Hurricanes owner Tom Dundon. The Dundies are coming. Tom Dundon gives $250 million to run the new Alliance Football League. How about that? He basically became the president overnight. Tennessee, the Volunteers men's basketball team forgot what basketball was for 15 minutes tonight, but still beats winless in the SEC Vandy. And tickets to Duke, Carolina rival Super Bowl prices. We're talking over $2,000 to get in the hizzy, Jimmer.
To get in the hizzy. This motherfucker, Thomas Dundon, I need to find out about him. A, his Wikipedia says he's 46 to 47 years old. I feel like we should know officially. It's not like it's the 1800s and we can't figure this out. When was he born? Find out. Is he 46 or 47 years old?
Tom Dundon? He's 47.
Okay. Well, who is he? How did he make his money? I love finding out.
I already did this whole thing.
All right, so who is he? How do you make him? I love finding out young millionaires like this.
It's a weird mix of rage and happiness.
Okay, because, I mean, this dude owns a sports team already. A new league is about to fold, and he's like, I got you. Here's $250 million. Now he owns a sports league.
So, dude, it's kind of a roller coaster. So I just did all this. And this is a lot of wiki, which you're currently on. But, so he goes to SMU in Dallas, SMU. And he said he was like the leader of his sorority there, Phi Gamma Delta. And then it said he took over a restaurant. So, like, what's that really mean? You know, what are the connections? I'm guessing this guy had a leg up, and in some ways we're not fully sure. But he gets involved in financials, the financial stuff. It started with automobiles, and that went well. And then it turned into businesses, and then it turned into this big group. And then it kind of cuts us off. There's like a missing 15 years, and we find out he's this just financial advisor guy that has this big building in Dallas.
That's fucking boring.
Well, I think there's one part there you'd like, because I was like, okay, he's just this finance guy. He's 47 and he's already buying sports teams and leagues. Like, fuck this guy, right?
Yeah. No, actually,
did you?
No, I don't get angry at that. Like, I'm happy for him. I'm jealous of him. I just wish he made his money in a cooler way.
So it kind of gets there a little bit, and I don't know if you read it, but he owns half of Topgolf.
That sounds fun. That sounds like one of his he's already made the money fun endeavors.
Yes, but I think that added to his portfolio a lot bigger than he anticipated. Like, he owns a nice golf course in Dallas, and then that led into Topgolf. He owns like 55% of it.
Yeah, his Wikipedia says he went from a restaurant with a number of partners. He co-founded a business focused primarily on subprime automobile financing, which eventually became Santander Consumer USA, a large U.S. consumer finance company. So just finance, boring shit like that. I want to be like, oh, he discovered Duraflame. That's all we got.
Okay, you want him to be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, like that's his thing.
Yeah.
No, this dude's just really smart at using money to make money. So congrats on being so smart and living the dream life.
The pods for Tide Pods.
Yeah. You know, Courtney and Brett, my sister and brother-in-law, went to school with the kids whose dad invented Duraflame.
Nice.
He worked at a number 2 pencil company.
That's cool.
And there's all the fucking pencil shreddings on the ground.
Sure.
He was like, we can't just be throwing these out nonstop.
Yeah.
So he went to like burn them, and they just burned really well.
Forever.
And he was like, okay.
Put them on some wood.
Put them on some, make wood. That's what it is. It's number 2 pencil shavings pressed into a brick.
That's a solution.
So I like that guy more than I like the finance whiz.
Jess has a couple friends like that from Vandy. Not so much at CCSU. Not a lot of ingenuity there. Shout out. But yeah, so like I kind of like this guy, but I kind of hate it. And so the other part that made me not hate him as much is he bought the Hurricanes in 2018, like the start of 2018. So he's barely owned them for a year. And now he's jumping in and he's saving the Alliance Sports League, which had all these rumors today about players not getting paid, excuse me. They called it a glitch. like the league came out and was like, "Oh no, it's just a glitch. The players haven't gotten paid," and everyone's like, "Oh, come on! First week you're supposed to pay the players. New league.
Fucking computer acted up.
So
says we're out of money.
They oops. But then I read an article about it. It was pretty legit because the Alliance League is kind of a startup, and they were saying, yeah, we have some money, but we're not flush with money, blah, blah, blah. And so they said that essentially this guy was ready to do the deal once he saw like the TV ratings and stuff come back. So once he saw the TV ratings, like it was done. Like this, it wasn't the AAF went out and was like, hey, we need someone to buy the league now. Like this guy had been eyeing it. So took a little bit of the wind out of your sails. I don't know, but I still don't know if I want to like this guy.
I don't care. What about Hurricane fans? Do you think they're like, well, fuck, dude, you got a whole league to run now?
Not really.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
he just hires good people.
They don't care. Stuff. He's done some fun stuff for the Hurricanes. They because they've had low attendance for the past bunch of years or whatever. They've started doing. Oh, have you seen this yet? They've been doing like post game. When they do the 3 stars, they've been doing like celebrations. Like they did one the other day that was like a fake home run. Like
yeah, I saw that.
Did you like that?
I didn't know what it was in for.
Because I think some hockey traditionalists didn't like it, but apparently that was like this guy's idea. Which again, like a billionaire guy having ideas like that, like
everyone likes end zone celebrations
after the game.
I don't like it.
Pretend to hit a home run.
I thought guys just did that for fun. I don't like that. Like if they have to do a celebration.
I mean, I don't know how much was enforced. Like, did he say, "Hey, have fun with it," or did he say, "Do that celebration"? I don't know.
The Hurricane should stage a hurricane after wins.
It comes to start no
in the ice rink. Just like a flood of water comes, everyone gets to watch it.
Nope.
Like a science lesson.
No.
This is what a hurricane looks like from the sky.
Kyler Murray wants to be the #1 pick in the draft. We are shocked.
We got to talk about Manny a little, right?
Yeah, let's talk about it. I think you and I are mostly on the same page with this. What do you got on Emmanuel?
Happy it's over.
Right.
Happy he got paid because everyone's saying, well, blah, blah, blah. But now they're like, well, he should have got paid more because due to inflation, it's not as much as A-Rod got paid or whatever. He got exactly what they were looking for. They went into the offseason saying they wanted $300 million for 10 years. He got it.
The A-Rod stuff also at the end of the day ended up being like bad business. So I think that's something that's kind of being ignored. Now I saw people online still doing the like, well, he should have got this contract earlier. And it's like, what are we doing?
You can't do
Why?
that. You just can't. Anyone who says that, just like, that's not how negotiations.
Like, sorry, he got the contract he wants. Sorry, it wasn't exactly what the team he wanted, but he got the contract. He got the contract he said he wanted. It's not like he walked away and was like, yeah, I got $275 million. That's still a really good contract. Like, no, it's literally what he came in and said.
With the opt-outs and all that, I do think he won't play all 10 years in San Diego. And I do think he will fade into obscurity for sure because the Padres. And I know that East Coast people come off like kind of East Coast elitist or whatever, like New York, if it's not East Coast, doesn't matter. But Pujols to the Angels, Cano to the Mariners, even Trout in Anaheim. No one cares.
Yeah.
They're just not brand names. They fade, and Machado's going to fade. Machado will not be actively in our baseball talks for the next couple of years. I guarantee it.
No. I mean, we don't really talk any NL, though.
Especially NL West?
Yeah. I mean, you and I don't talk any NL. But yeah, the Padres, they do have some young guys that should be coming up in the next few years, and I'd say in the next 2 years you'll hear the Padres making some noise in the West. But
what's he going to play? Is he going to play shortstop for them or third base?
They haven't pegged at third for now.
Cool.
We'll see if they move him around. I think it's going to be interesting. The Padres have been known as this franchise in baseball for a while that has been like a small market. Like can't afford guys like this, and now they have Hosmer and him. So I don't know. I mean, there's a chance in a couple of years we say the whole thing's a disaster. Yeah,
I forgot all about. I forgot Hosmer was like a big signing when they got him.
There you go.
Legitimately, he's not. If you told me to name like 50 MLB players, I don't think Hosmer would come up.
Okay.
And he would have when he was on the Royals in that run.
Yeah, a little bit. And
Is he good
the
still?
Royals were good.
What's Hosmer been doing in San Diego?
He wasn't great. He's been there for what, year, 2 years?
2 years, I would guess.
He wasn't that good. So I mean that's part of it. But he wasn't that good in Kansas City. He kind of got paid because he was good looking and like the heart of Kansas City's team.
A lot of intangibles,
which is ridiculous. Which, hey, good for him.
I'm still waiting to get all my intangibles.
Yeah. So yeah, glad it's over. We both think that Harper's going to get paid a lot more now.
Yeah, I think probably $350 from Harper somewhere.
Yeah, I think we both like
Phillies.
We both like the $350 number.
It's kind of like Phillies wanted Machado more. Harper doesn't want to go to the Phillies.
I think Harper kind of does. I think he's okay with Philadelphia. I think it's kind of like a.
There was one report that said he didn't want to go to Philadelphia because he didn't want to get booed by the national fans. He doesn't care. Harper lives to get booed.
Yeah.
Dude loves that stuff.
That's not real life. So that'll be neat to see. Now it's all on Harper. I guess a little bit Keiko and Kimbrel. We'll see if any of that happens. And Jim, I guess the final thing on kind of the natty.
I think dominoes are going to fall now.
Natty. Maybe. We'll see. The Duke-Carolina game, at first I got really mad. I was like, okay.
I'm getting mad about a lot of these stories.
That's pretend. Like, cool. There's people listening that want to hear that. I was like, Duke-Carolina, like, okay. Tobacco Road. These,
North Carolina.
They're Duke, North Carolina. Yeah. Clarifying for those that didn't know. Yeah. They're at Duke's back up to 1. Carolina's ranked like 8th, so it's kind of a big game. And I was like, whatever. I mean, the part that I missed was, this is the only time Zion's going to be there. These are all Zion tickets. Yeah. So I actually kind of like it now. And I think this is going to be the big thing coming up in the NBA, whether the Knicks get the 1 pick or whoever does. Zion is just – he's dollar signs.
Yeah.
He's dollar signs. I think –
who's going to win?
The Duke-Carolina tickets being this much money has ensured that Zion Williamson will be the number 1 pick in the draft.
That's a good Darren Rovell money business.
Little twist.
Business.
Business.
I think that's I like that. I like that take. Money.
Really good.
Money.
Really good.
Look how many people are paying to watch him play.
Yeah.
And then they can do that in your city.
Wherever.
But it's not even the Knicks ever. The Knicks have put out
trash. New York.
The Knicks have put out trash for full seasons and still sell out.
Yeah. Been there. I think that's Earl.
Halftime.
We got some chat action, chaction, I call it. Nick Bluback, a little sadder recording at night because it's taken away from distracting him at work. I'm sorry.
We'll be back. Anthony wants to know if you have any Nets fan page recommendations. I don't.
Yeah, I'd keep Ruco. Ruco's the dude. I don't know the depths of Nets Twitter or anything like that. I can put in some research and get some of it on the upcoming eps. I'm really hoping I don't have to put up as much of a Nets front as I have to, because I hope the Knicks are heading to a really good place. Not that I have no animosity for the Nets, but I'm tuned into a lot of sports. I can't really be a Nets fan.
Or you can be a fan of the mosquito nets that help the diseases in Africa. I think everyone should root for those nets.
For those nets. Even fishing nets you can't root for anymore. Animals are getting all tangled in them.
The protective netting at baseball games, you can root for those.
Nets. I think we have to do a big Venn diagram on nets.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of good nets. There's a lot of bad nets out there.
I like the net that, like, when you go crabbing and you bring the net and you can scoop up the crab with the net.
A safety net might be in the middle. Because maybe a safety net can save you if you're falling from a trapeze, but maybe a safety net in life doesn't push yourself to achieve your biggest goals.
Yes, like when Batman was jumping, he needed to take off the rope.
Exactly.
Stupidest scene in movie history.
Great scene.
People love that scene. Like you knew he was going to get out.
It was something.
It was halfway through the movie.
Your favorite movie, Seabiscuit. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so that's my point. They don't make any like dramatic, oh no, is he going to fall to his death? No.
Yeah. You think Seabiscuit was going to lose?
I don't watch it to watch Seabiscuit. I watch it for the story.
Yeah, people watch it because it's dramatic. The biggest part of that scene is the music.
Yeah.
When it kicks in theaters and it was freaking blaring,
I was
and
like,
got everyone chanting.
When I was watching that, I was like, Bane's destroying shit. Right. Just give me that scene and let's fix this. I don't need a half hour to watch him do something I know he's going to achieve. Well, you're forcing drama here. I want to go see him beat Bane and that French chick.
He had to earn it. Yeah. He had to earn it.
Well, anyway, safety net was bad for him there.
Yeah.
Trapeze safety nets are awesome.
Yeah, real helpful.
Yeah.
Or like when drunks fall over at the stadium and fall into like
that guy fell in the net.
Topgolf has a safety net.
Yeah, didn't I drop my putter into it?
Or I think you did.
I think Luke did. I think Luke did.
I think you did because we were shocked that you did it. Because I think we were expecting Luke to do something ridiculous, and then you like got your 7-iron caught in the net or something.
Okay.
So I don't know.
We're going to Topgolf.
It's a Nets halftime. We're finally talking Nets on this show.
Thank God. People have been requesting us to talk Nets for so long.
This is going to get ugly.
You know what I don't like? Hair nets. Don't care. I don't think they really work.
But they protect you from the food.
I don't think they do much.
That's in the middle of the Venn diagram.
That's same with gloves at a deli shop. Like, those gloves get dirty, so just wash your hands and I don't care.
No, we're not doing gloves. We're doing nets.
Okay. Well, now we're doing the real news.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad,
well, I just had to.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A 103-year-old was sworn in as a junior ranger at Grand Canyon National Park. 103-year-old junior ranger at Grand Canyon National Park. Wheaton College lacrosse player's head is too big for helmet, and he's unable to play because he can't get a helmet that fits on his big-ass head. A lightsaber dueling has become an official sport in France. Nice. That'll help you win wars. First to surrender wins. Lightsaber dueling. Dude, check out this story. They suspected this dude as a killer from a 1993 murder. They followed him to his son's hockey game, watched him eat a hot dog. He threw the napkin that he wiped his mouth with into the trash. They took the napkin out of the trash, tested the DNA. Bing, bing, bing. He is the murderer. He's in jail now. A teen fought off a massive bird that snatched her Yorkie from the yard. Jake, there's a video of that. You should kind of watch it. A giant hawk came to grab her dog. And a Melbourne mom is outraged that they put a penis on a lion toy for kids.
I read the news today, oh boy.
What you got?
You're out of your mind for thinking I'm going to click the bird stealing a dog video.
She saves him.
I don't care.
Oh, it's pretty wild because it's a hawk.
Hate it.
So they're like scary. So what do you do? So she's a young girl, like probably 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, you're making me hate the story more and more. Continue.
Okay, well, she bests the hawk and the dog was unharmed.
Yeah.
Hawk never even got the dog airborne, like in that one movie, The Proposal.
Right.
It was kind of like that. But so she starts like screaming at it and like flailing at it, but the hawk isn't giving up.
Right. So
then she takes like a lawn chair and starts throwing it at the hawk. Yeah. And she won it, scared it away, but that was a scary situation.
Hate it. I think that takes us to the used napkin DNA story.
This was a big story.
Jerry Westrom.
He looks like a murderer.
No, he does look like a murderer.
Yeah. It's tough to say because it's alleged right now, but he murdered a hooker in 1993, and they did this new testing that if you listen to the podcast Bear Brook, if you like true crime podcasts, it tells you about how this new testing happened. There was this lady who was just doing this for fun. She was called like a genealogist, new thing. So if you're adopted, she would help you trace like just cross-check DNA, use Facebook, and make these intricate webs of family trees, like super intricate.
Sure.
Like she'd find all my 700 relatives in New Jersey that are like seventh cousin once removed. And you can cross-check it. And now she solved the two biggest unsolved crimes using this in the matter of 3 months. And they say that since DNA, this type of testing is going to be like in 50 years, we're going to look back and say, like we look back on DNA, wow, that really changed everything.
Yeah.
This is going to be the next step. And it's just this lady who was doing it as a hobby. And she did it here. So she ran the genealogy test and it came up with 2 hits. Like it could be this guy or this guy.
Right.
And this guy lived in the area when the murder took place. And in a couple years later, or even like recently, got popped with a hooker. So they're like, well, let's go test his DNA. He threw out a napkin in the garbage. They scooped it up, which is legal. Anyone can go through anyone's trash. And now he's in jail. Isn't that wild?
It's wild. Part of me doesn't like it.
Why?
I mean, it's getting invasive. I mean, this is good.
He's a murderer.
I know. I'm just thinking in the future, I could see this turn into bad stuff. I don't know.
Everything. Don't kill people. And you
I mean, I'm fine with him and not killing people. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of like dumb stuff we did in college. Like if you threw a beer bottle or something on the street, and just being a dumb college kid.
I don't think they're gonna have.
Then they could scoop up the beer bottle. I mean, think about what you just said. In 50 years, this could be the future of everything. What if the police just have something? They dip the top of the beer bottle. It's already got your DNA. You're kicked out of college.
I don't think they're going to put resources into someone who throws a beer bottle. But if they're got to be looking for your DNA for another crime.
They could already have your DNA.
And that DNA, that has nothing to do with this new genealogy thing. That's just DNA testing.
They took your DNA the first time you got drunk tanked.
Your DNA should be on file. Like if you break a bottle and they run the bottle, that's been something that could have been happening for the last 30 years.
I know. Well, I'm saying they're going to start doing it instantly now. Now that they can do this, I'm just thinking it's going to be instant soon. Just instant trouble. I'm glad we're not killing hookers anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's a slippery slope.
So you don't like DNA testing?
I'm okay with it for some of the big stuff. I'm just thinking when you go into that futuristic stuff, I'm telling you, it's a slippery slope. At what point does it stop?
I don't even know what you want to stop.
Yeah, you'll find out.
Okay. I mean, we leave fingerprints on everything we touch all day.
What if you just litter? Like, what if you're in a tight spot, you pee in a water bottle, and you're like, I gotta get this out of the car. You throw it out the car window. And
they're like,
and then you just get a $250 ticket instantly. Beeps your phone the next minute.
Well, that's fine. You littered. You get the ticket.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna keep track of you this week. You're gonna be in a lot of trouble, buddy.
If that's how it worked, I'd stop littering for sure. So they'd win.
All right.
I used to litter when I was in high school like a dick. I don't litter anymore.
You could have been thrown in jail with the new DNA technology.
I don't think they throw you in jail for littering.
In jail for littering as much as you did.
No, I think
throwing all those 30 racks on the side of the road.
I think it's like $100 fine.
It starts there. Then you're a repeat offender. Then you're in prison. Now you're the dead hooker. So
I turned into the dead.
You haven't really thought about it, huh? Where's the net on that?
Well, anyway, that awesome genealogy stuff, and then the napkin just sucks.
Yeah, pretty well. Glad I caught him.
And like we said, he looks like a murderer.
He looks like a murderer. That was his biggest problem. Lightsaber fighting's a thing. I mean, this is...
Okay. Oh, and let's talk about this kid, this college player. His helmet's too big.
Yo, not for nothing. I bet one of these lightsaber fighting is now a thing. Has been an article every year since Star Wars came out, since the 70s.
There's official lightsaber. It's like just the one event that happens.
Technically, it's wood, but we painted it red this year.
Yeah, what does that even fucking mean? What is it just like LARPing? Are they just going and having a stick fight?
Basically, it's LED lit polycarbonate saber. So yeah, it's not a lightsaber yet, but yeah, it's basically laser tag. They've taken the laser tag technology
They've taken empty paper towel rolls, taped 3 of them together, and put some glow sticks inside, and now they're fighting in their basement.
Well, I think there's like sensors and stuff, so it's basically fencing, but there's no restrictions.
I hate everything about it.
See,
go to hell, France.
There you go.
Wheaton College lacrosse player.
I knew you.
Well, because I read the article, it's interesting. Right. They don't make helmets his size,
right?
But he's been playing forever. He's got a huge head. It actually doesn't look that big. He says, "No one tells me I have a huge head. I'm kind of just big."
Oh, it's a giant head.
He had to make his own helmet. He bought 2 helmets and like widened it,
right.
And he played with that forever. But now NCAA, it's not a sanctioned helmet. You have to have like an official insurance reasons.
This is gonna get taken care of soon.
Yeah, they already are. Warriors making him his own helmet, but it's still interesting. Warriors making his own helmet. So they were like, "You can't wear that custom-made helmet." He's like, "Well, they don't make helmets my size." How big's this dude head? I wonder if Michael K's heard this story because he's got a big head too.
Yeah, we'll talk to Kaser about it. 25 inches in circumference. So I don't know if that means something to someone. Let us know, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Big dome.
Oh, and click on the Melbourne, the penis on the Lions because it's a funny image.
Okay.
They just like drew a dick and balls on the bottom of the line.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
It's like
you're really close to the tail.
Like
the whole thing seems inappropriate.
I went in thinking the Melbourne mom was like being ridiculous. And then I'm kind of with her. Like, there's no need for that on the bottom of that lion. There's
no need. Again, I'd almost not complain. It would be like one of those things like when I put the kid to bed.
What if you find your kid licking that?
I would I'd say that's hilarious. And then they take him to jail because they've got his DNA now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just lost your kid because he licked a monkey penis.
Yeah. Now he's a dead hooker.
That's strike 3.
Oh.
Now he goes from monkey penis to human penis, then he's getting stabbed.
Yeah.
But they can solve the murder, so you sleep better at night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't even eat any hot dogs.
Your kid's in jail because of your actions today. I hope you're happy.
Bet of the day, it's the bet of the day. Bet of the day, bet of the day.
Jakey made a big mistakey, bumbling, fumbling idiot of the betting world. Took an 18-point spread, thought it was easy money. I win, he loses. I'm the best, he's the worst.
What's your record?
1-0 in the last one. What's your record?
What's your lifetime?
What's your record in the last one?
What's your record lifetime?
Answer mine and then I'll answer
18
yours.
18 and 12.
That's
the last one podcast that we do betting on, I'm 18 and 12.
Okay, I was talking.
On the betting podcast, I'm 18 and 12.
Okay.
You're 16 and 14.
Yep. Yeah.
So you owe me a lot of money.
No. But in the last one, I'm 1-0 and you're 0-1, right, which is embarrassing for you. Yeah,
Tennessee forgot how to play basketball for a little bit. The commentators of the game actually started going like wild for a little bit.
You should have heard them. They're forgetting to play basketball.
Yeah. I think they said that at one point. The
point guard's brought out his chess set.
At one point, he said, like, how many off-balance layups are these teams going to try to take? That's a genuine, sincere quote.
Because they knew they could beat
Tennessee. Tennessee went 13 minutes to start the second half, and they had 8 points. And they closed the other half of that really poorly, and they still won. They won by like 10 points. So I'm not ashamed. Sometimes that happens. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. In James's case.
I'd find more than one nut if I was a blind squirrel.
Man, I gotta keep it. They'd find your DNA and they'd kill you. Kill your hookers too. I think
I am the hooker.
I am the walrus. Where do I want to go, Jim? You know, to get out of a rut, I normally go Big Ten, but the Big Ten slate is oogly.
Wow, so you admit you're in a huge rut. Great
googly moogly. Let's go. Oh, God, that's a hideous game. I can't take that. You know what? Let's go with some old school Big East action, or at least one of the teams, Jim. We're going to do Xavier, the Musketeers, are facing the Seton Hall Pirates. We got Musketeers versus Pirates.
Who's home?
Seton Hall.
Okay.
Seton Hall.
Seton Hall. Facing the Musketeers.
Seton Hall, they've got a little 2-game win streak going. They beat Creighton at home, and they went on the road at Providence. Before that, that's Xavier. Seton Hall's on a 3-game heater, 2 wins against Creighton and a win at home versus Georgetown. The spread is 5, Jimmy. The spread is 5. And Jim, do you want to know what I'm going with?
Who's favored? Seton Hall?
Seton Hall is favored. I'm going with Seton Hall. They're a 5-point spread.
Okay.
And I just think we're at the point of the season where I saw what I saw tonight. Tennessee's in a little bit of a rough stretch. It was in game. Vandy hadn't won in conference, so this would have been like a real benchmark win. They had a chance. They still played terrible. This is the part of the season where you see some teams are going to try to make that big push to get into the tournament. Some teams are bowing out. Seton Hall's 16-9. If they put something together in here, they can make some noise. They could get into the big dance. They could get into a little dance. So I think they really need this one. They have at St. John's next. That's going to be a tough game.
I have such bad news for you.
Okay.
You just said Xavier beat Creighton, right? They did.
I might have said that.
Xavier beat Creighton.
Yeah.
2 games before that, Creighton crushed Xavier.
Yeah.
Seton Hall beat Xavier by 10. Now Xavier's coming for the rematch.
Do you think Xavier's
and they lost to Creighton 76-54.
So their season's collapsing around them.
And they avenged them. The next game they avenged themselves and they beat Creighton. So now they're going to have to avenge
the Creighton. They're different teams.
They lost.
They
lost to Seton Hall by 10. Now they're going to be like, those motherfuckers, we got to get them. And they're going to give them a fight.
Seton Hall -5. Lock it in. Bet your family members. Bet your DNA. We're all going to jail anyways.
Yeah, we're all going to jail for littering.
Thanks, lady. That's like the start of the Will Smith. What's the Will Smith zombie?
But I don't understand.
Legend?
DNA testing has been around forever. There's nothing that this case.
But they're trying to expedite it. They're trying to now you can instantly be linked to your 700 family members. The whole speech you gave. Like, we can instantly.
But he left his DNA on the scene of the dead hooker. Otherwise, they would have never found him.
Well, he shouldn't have killed that hooker.
Yeah.
Just like you polluting and your son licking the monkey dick on his toy. But that doesn't take away from Seton Hall -5. Well, you can still spend the money, people, before the government takes you.
I'm going with my theory that they're going to give him a game because they just lost to him, which means
Jakey about to make a big mistake.
Seton Hall 3-game win streak has won every game by 5 or more. Free money at home. Xavier's given up on their season. Seton Hall.
Xavier is on a 2-game win streak.
Trash. They're absolute trash.
You're absolute trash.
Yeah.
At betting in the last day.
Yeah.
And I'm the genius.
Yeah.
All right, that ends this show. We will see you tomorrow. It's going to be another nighttime episode, I think.
Yeah.
Because we got to do stuff in the morning. If you're in Tampa, come say hi. If not, don't. That's all I got to say about that. Let me find this Biggie song. I think I exited out of it. Wow, I exited out of it, Jake. Jesus Christ. So here it is. See you guys. I got it. Found it. I found it.